Water is life. Evolution of life and water are intricately intertwined. Water is an exclusive and unparalleled gift of Mother Nature. Water is the most dominant part of the composition of living organisms. Only 3% of the total water available on this earth is potable, that is, usable for drinking purpose. Organs of the body need specific amounts of water in them to perform as they are destined to.
The other name of water is life. In earlier times, water is to be extracted from rivers, treated and supplied to the population, or even directly taken from natural waterfalls.
Millions and millions of human beings are dying due to diseases caused by polluted water and lack of hygienic living situations. Lack of adequate treatment of water, presence of disease-causing organisms and chemical pollutants are all tough challenges to handle. We are aware that a host of diseases are caused by drinking water. We also believe that it is safe to buy bottled water to drink and escape from the vagary of infections. The moment we see that the drinking water is in sealed bottles, we end up paying whatever money is demanded. We simply open the cork and pour it in a series of gulps to quench the thirst. How do you make sure that this water is fit for drinking, though bottled? This documentary looks at the various dimensions of this issue and tries to provide answers to as many questions as possible.
Packaged drinking water was first formulated by the Food and Agriculture Department of BIS way back in 1998, and later on it was revised in 2004, and the latest version is 14543 2016.
In case of water, as per the relevant guidelines right now available, the applicant has to apply under option 1, that is, he has to apply through Manak online portal, and after the desktop audit of the documents uploaded by the firm, a visit will be paid to the manufacturer to assess its manufacturing infrastructure, testing capabilities and quality control parameters which has been introduced by the firm, and then after the satisfactory evaluation of that, a sample will be drawn for third party testing lab, which will be either BIS recognized lab or any BIS lab or any government approved lab, and after coming of a confirming report as per the standards for all the parameters which has to be tested as per IS 14543, the license will be granted to the firm.
Now, let us look at the various stages of processing. What happens before declaring the processed water as fit for drinking?
Now, the packaged drinking water is classified into two types. One is the packaged natural mineral water as per IS 13428, and the packaged drinking water as per IS 14543. Now, in packaged natural mineral water, the source of raw water is considered to contain all the minerals that are prescribed in the relevant standard, and the only process allowed is filtration or decantation.
This treatment basically includes various processes of filtration, decantation, reverse osmosis, and disinfection processes. In case of the water is derived from seawater, the process has to go from desalination processes also. And these all treatments are basically aimed at reducing the contamination level of the chemicals to a certain low level and reducing the microbial load to a level of wherein food safety is not compromised.
Care during sourcing and storage. Tests are conducted on all the listed water sources before any bottling plant is licensed for production. Sand filters filter microbes up to a size of 30 microns.
Generally, one of the filter is a sand filter. Visible impurities and such materials in the water, foreign bodies, and there could be black particles, all these get filtered out.
Carbon filtration. Water is passed through activated granulated carbon filter. This process takes out the volatile organic compounds, ozone molecules, odor, smell, and pesticides. Ultrafiltration.
Water passes through a UF filter. Generally, this filters out all particles and factors which cause turbidity in the water. Such clear water moves on to the next processing.
Reverse osmosis. There will be membranes of specified dimensions to do specific tasks. These membranes are regenerated as prescribed and reused. This is a very important stage in processing of water for drinking purposes.
Materials and particles of 0.6660004 size are filtered out and prepares the water for further processing. This membrane removes all kinds of unwanted materials, unwanted minerals, organic and inorganic compounds.
Remineralization and micron filtration.
No claims concerning medicinal effects or any beneficial effects related to the health and shall be made in respect of the properties of this product covered by the standard.
Specified minerals are added to the water according to specified standards to make the water taste sweet and pleasant to drink.
If remineralization is included in the treatment process, the ingredients which are added in the process has to be basically adhere to FSSAI guidelines for their food safety standards.
Ozonization. Few mineral water plants do ozonize the water once before filtration too. Ozone is 3000 times faster in acting on the microbial load. Ozone does not leave any kind of residues or byproducts and lets out oxygen. UV or ozonization process is a must in every water plant before the water is transferred to the bottles or containers.
Ozone gas is injected into this water to prevent and protect from bacteria and other microbes. Thereafter, the water is stored in tankers designed for this purpose. A specified contact time is allowed and then water is moved for bottling.
Bottling and quality control.
The standard specifies requirements of microbiological, organoleptic, other elements, presence of and absence of any other elements like heavy metals, arsenic, lead, etc.
Tests are done for ensuring organoleptic qualities and general parameters. Tests are done for existence of 9 microbes. The levels of the 9 toxic substances are tested once every 6 months in independent laboratories to ensure that it satisfies the standards as prescribed by BIS. Bottling process.
Packaging that water also we need containers, and then containers quality is also of concern for its migration of properties to water and the shelf life of water.
Specified quantity of water is filled into food-grade plastic bottles automatically. Bottles are sealed with tamper-proof technology so the tampered lid cannot be inserted back into its place. Bottles are stuck with plastic labels that carry the brand of the manufacturer and also all the mandatory details as per the law of the land. The most important point to note is that the ISI mark licensed by the Bureau of Indian Standards BIS and also the number are printed on the label. ISI mark is a sign of assuring specification and quality. It assures the buyer that the product is according to the specifications issued by BIS. BIS came into being in 1947, Bureau of Indian Standards. BIS is the prestigious organization of the Government of India which has engaged since then in defining specifications and standards of the products produced in India. The officers of BIS constantly check the products with random sampling and also conduct surprise checks.
Mainly the testing has been divided into microbiological parameters and the chemical parameters. In microbiology, we will be testing both qualitative and quantitative estimation of E. coli, coliforms, aerobic microbial count, yeast and molds, salmonella, shigella, vibrio, cholera, etc. And in chemical parameters, it has been divided mainly into physical and organoleptic, where we test the pH, the odor, the TDS, the alkalinity, and other tests. In the chemical parameters, chemical testing also involves testing of undesirable substances like heavy metals, cyanide, and pesticides. Finally, we also test in chemical parameters, we also test the radioactivity parameters like alpha and beta emitters and uranium.
Conscious manufacturer is aware of the ISI mark and the consumer has a lot of trust on that mark. This ISI mark is a way to ensure the acceptance of buyers. What should you know while buying a bottle of water and the cautions? The ISI mark can be used on the product only if the manufacturer has followed the BIS process in letter and spirit. Now let us see what to look for before buying. such a simple product as bottled drinking water. It must have the now omnipresent ISI mark. There will be a number along with it.
So whenever you purchase packaged drinking water, look for ISI mark, name of the product, name and address of the manufacturer, brand name, batch number, BIS license number, date of packing, date of best before consumption, and net quantity.
Simply because the water is in the bottle, it does not mean that it is fit for drinking. There is a need to know a few things about ISI mark. Are the ISI mark or IS like or like IS specification etc. one and the same? No, they are not. Are products with ISI mark expensive? No. Has every product with ISI mark been tested? No. Such 100% testing is not needed. Statistically proven methods of sampling will be followed to sample the products at manufacturing and also while marketing. Once a manufacturer is granted the ISI mark, is it in use forever? No. License is granted for a specific period. In case the product meets the standards and if the manufacturer renews the license, then only the ISI mark is in force, not otherwise. If you're not satisfied with the product you have purchased which has an ISI mark, who should you complain to? Please lodge your complaint online through BIS website either to Delhi or regional offices. Water in all the bottles are not fit for drinking. Only if there is an ISI mark and a label with all details as they should carry it, only then is the water in the bottle fit for drinking. Please exercise caution. Observe and buy. Pure water is your right. As a buyer, please ensure it. Don't be taken for a ride.